Hello and welcome to Neverwinter Nights 2, and this will be part 8. In the previous episode, we dealt with some issues inside the Weeping Willow Inn tavern thing, and we spoke to Kelgar and got his reasonings for doing the things he do. So he has joined up with us, and we are going to move on. So let us do just that. Oh, by the way, we finally got our hands on a bastard sword, which is always nice. This, of course, is our weapon of choice for this character. So, Fort Lock. Let us travel there. We will likely have to go off the beaten track to find a bit of fighting to do and things like that. So, let us start by doing that. Fighting is experience. Experience is good. Oh, looks like walls up there. So divine favor and then punch. This is not a punch. Come on. Something missing.
Take that!
Oh, they died. Very clever of Mr. Kilgar. So, some more walls. Come on. You know what? Let's use our spells. That's what we got them for. Quick cast. A sound burst. Hello. Oh, it got stunned. It actually failed this save against the stun effect of sound burst. So, died. Kelgar, get your backside over here, please. Thank you. Maybe.
Take that!
I shall be victorious!
Shall you? Maybe you shall. I don't know.
Let's see.
Well, we got some experience. And we can
Bonaparte.
do our role as a healer. And it's a heal. Maybe useful.
Bonaparte.
And that was tooth. Cool. Anything of note here? It doesn't seem to be the case. Hey. Corpse. A gem. Cool. Money in the bank. Eventually. Why it's about healing him is a bit silly because we can just do this. Resting in this game is likely too easy, and that means that skills like heal may be overkill and things like that, but obviously there are going to be areas where you just can't rest at will. And in those cases, having such abilities and things like that can prove useful. But what have we got up there? Oh, this doesn't look too good now, does it? What is this treachery, Callas? You've been paid well to protect me. You shouldn't have been so open about the profits you made in West Harbor, Galen. My brother and I think we deserve a little something extra for our work. Yeah, it looks like your guards have turned on you, Galen. Ah, a nasty bit of business here. My bodyguards have taken leave of their senses and decided to rob me. Are you sure you want to do this, Callas? You do remember how capable our friend here is, do you not? I think I'll take my chances, Galen. I've been on more campaigns than these two whelps can count. I won't let you rob him. That goes double for me. Drop your weapons, you motherless goats. Lawful good get points each. These points, by the way, I should probably mention them. You have your alignment, and when you do evil, good, whatever, you'll earn points in that direction when it's important. And depending on your class, some classes are tied to a certain alignment. Paladins, for instance, have to be lawful good. If they ever stop being lawful good, they can no longer be paladins. Monks has to be lawful good, evil or neutral is completely irrelevant, but they have to be lawful. So if they are no longer lawful, they lose all their monk abilities, things like that. This character is not tied to being lawful good, could turn chaotic evil. But if you play a class that is restricted, something like Warlocks, for instance, which is a cool class to play, they have to be chaotic or evil. And I played a Warlock and I had to cheat him back to being chaotic because I kept making lawful decisions. That's why I said in the character creation part of the first video, I can only play lawful good. Anyway, attack, brother. Leave no witnesses. The money is ours. Okay, if you insist, you know what, I'm just going to divine favor myself. Hey, you. Oh, Galen also went into the fight. Two men hitting on a woman, you are... yeah. Very, very... heroic. I should probably not try to hit the guy with the shield, but he will go down eventually. Once again, you've saved my hide. I can't believe my own guards would turn on me like that. Greed can overcome even the best of men, Galen. You speak the truth. I suppose it's just a sign of the times. Rest assured that the guards of Neverwinter will hear of the role you have played in protecting me today. I'm not without friends in the city. In the meantime, however, I accept this money as a token of my gratitude. The reward is not necessary. Keep it. You humble me. I will be heading for the garrison at Fort Lock right away. From there I shall find an escort the rest of the way to Neverwinter. I thank you again and wish you safe travels. What do they have? Silvering, cool. Cool. So, Galen was saved, secured, rescued, all that kind of good stuff. Anything over here? No. Come on, Mr. Dwarf, keep up. I know you got short legs, but... oh. The wolf. Come on, please. Looks quite spiffy when she attacks, by the way. Quite enjoy them. Anyway. More to do, more to do, more to do. Of course there's more to do. There's a little incident over there, it seems, but let's bypass it for now, because if I'm not mistaken, there's an item to pick up somewhere. Well, we shall go and do that. Nothing's going to happen before we get involved. They can stand there for hours on end. So let us make use of that. This looks like some sort of clearing, but there should be some enemies. But apparently, doesn't appear to be the case. Yeah, well, I suppose. I don't know whether they can actually... you know what, let's just do this. It's perfectly fine. But before we do that, let's rest. I mean, may as well make use of the ability when we have it. And then quick save.
What, demon? No screams for us? Maybe we should brand you. Maybe that'll loosen your tongue.
Leave me alone! I've done nothing to you.
Well, now Commander Valis will be happy to hear that, he will. It means his work here is all done. He can just give up the fort and go home.
Still, there's just the small matter of those bounties on bandits he posted. And a bandit with demon blood, well, there's no telling how much that's worth.
Of course, you could tell us where your camp is. Valis will pay more for that, he will. And we won't even have to butcher the lot of you.
I told you I'm not with those bandits. Or are you deaf and stupid?
Stupid? Here we were, thinking about letting you live. Now you've gone and changed our minds.
Hey, hold on. Looks like she's got friends, she does.
This doesn't look like a fair fight.
This don't concern you. We're soldiers from Fort Lock, hunting bandits.
That we are. Caught this demon trying to raid our camp, and we were about to deal with her.
By killing her, what did she take?
Nothing yet. But a crew's been out in these parts. They've been raiding merchants, caravans, maybe even killed the old commander.
I told you I'm not with those bandits.
Shut your lying mouth, demon. You'll get the blade soon enough.
I won't let you murder her in cold blood.
You think you're going to stop us, are you?
You know, Valis might pay for 3 bandit bounties. He's not one for asking questions.
Especially about a demon, a runty dwarf, and a dirty harborman who doesn't know enough to keep walking.
Runty dwarf? I know you cowards aren't talking to me, or you'll be talking to my fist next.
Good enough for me. Let's kill them all and I'll sort out the tale later.
Ha! To battle!
Lovely people. See if we can get a bless off, maybe. Cool. Come on.
Take that!
Come on. Okay there, Kelda?
Thanks for helping me out. Guess I owe ya, huh?
You don't owe me anything, and no one should be treated like that. Oops.
Hey, you're nice. Sorry, I don't mean to sound so surprised. Well, actually I am. I mean, it's just, well, unexpected. I mean, once folks catch sight of me, usually it's the horns, they run in the other direction. And all those tales about tieflings being cursed don't help much either. I'm Nishka, by the way. I'm really glad you came when you did. Wasn't really sure how I'd get out of that one. Of course, they never would have caught me in the first place if that invisibility potion I'd bought hadn't been watered down. If I ever see that merchant again...
What were you doing here?
Well, I was actually trying to pass the fort by. Make my way farther south. Well, I thought that potion I bought would help. You see, once the local garrison sees me, they tend to want to throw me in a cell or attack me on sight. Of course, the potion wears off right as I cross paths with those thugs from Fort Lock. They were looking for easy bounties, and I showed up right on time.
But that's no reason for them to want to kill you or us.
It's been that way ever since the new fort commander posted bounties on bandits. Some of his soldiers have been hunting down anyone they find on the road and claiming they're bandits. It's just banditry of a different sort. They rob the travelers and then get the bounty too. The roads are even less safe now than they were before.
We are on our way to Fort Lock.
Do you think I could join you? Just for now. I won't get in the way, I promise. It's just that I don't know how long I can survive on my own. And, well, I do owe you one.
Can't say I trust her. Tieflings will stab you in the back and run off with your purse the moment you drop your guard.
Yeah? Well, dwarves are squat, smelly drunks who'll chop someone in half just to show they're tough.
Oh, is that so? Why don't you step down here and say that again?
That's enough, both of you.
He started it!
Leave her here. She'll be food for the other beasts on the road soon enough.
I won't leave her here alone. She's coming with us.
Thanks. I won't let you down, I swear. I think those Fortlock thugs have my gear locked away here.
So, meet Nishka. She'll
How can I
probably, she's a true neutral Tiefling rogue. Tiefling means he's plain touched. You have two types of plain touched individuals. Plain touched is basically someone from one of the planes mingled with another race, and the offspring is basically celestial offspring is the Asima, and the demonic or devilish offspring is the Tieflings. Indeed. We will speak to her eventually, but not just now. I'm trying to spread out the character dialogue, but come on, please. A kukri. This is a special type of dagger. So,
Well, well, well. Looks like this lock needs some special attention. All done. Yes.
it's her equipment. She should probably get it. The fact that she's a rogue is probably going to be useful because it's always nice having a rogue around. The fact that she's an NPC rogue, that's a different story entirely. I mentioned something about NPCs being incredibly one-dimensional in this game, and you'll see for yourself. I will say up front, I don't mind the character of Nishka, but I do mind her attitude. I'm just saying. You will see soon enough. That's the entrance. I'm fairly sure we need to go this way because there's something we can pick up over here somewhere. On on either side of the fort. Actually, you know what? I think it's the other side. It's nothing important, but every little bit helps. I'm fairly sure. Is the case? Yeah. There's a corpse. Yeah, 2 green stones. Jacoby. Welcome to Forward Lock, strangers. I'm Jacoby, the finest weaponsmith around. And not that my full talents I ever put to good use out here. Anyway, what can I do for you? Let's see what you have for sale. He says he's a weaponsmith. That sounds promising. We got anything we can sell to him? The cookery is a Marshall. Didn't it used to be exotic? What makes this stacker particularly special is its base critical threat is 18 to 20. People probably know how it works, but for those who may not, I'm going to very briefly explain it. When you do an attack roll in this game, you roll a 20-sided die. You do that if you play pen and paper. The game, of course, is doing that for you. The weapon you use will have a critical hit chance. It is basically considered if you roll that number or higher, if possible. Some weapons have a threat roll of 20. You have a risk, or you have a chance of scoring a critical hit, and then you do another attack roll. And if that's also a hit, then you do critical hit damage. Something like a scythe has a critical threat on a natural 20 only, but it will do 4 times normal damage if it crits. Something like this has 18 to 20. So rolling 18, 19, or 20 would allow for a roll to see if you actually do critical hit damage. And of course, if you were to specialize in this kind of weapon or have focus on this kind of weapon and then get improved critical, you would have a much better critical hit chance. So certain specs are more concerned about critting than actually the raw damage they do. And a weapon like this is very, very good for them. And I probably over-explained that into higher heaven, but let's sell the club. We have no use for that. We are not going to have any use for the kukri. So, Bastard Sword +1. It's 1400 gold pieces, but we are going to be using a Bastard Sword for a long, long time. It is likely worth doing. May seem a bit overkill, but you know what? We are going to be using a Bastard Sword at all times. Unless, of course, we come across a special one at one point or another. Sword Saint Legacy. Katana. Of course, yeah. Huh? Doesn't make any sense that she's proficient, but that's an exotic. Okay, so you actually. Okay, I thought the feat you got was just that one specific weapon, but apparently we got exotic weapon proficiency, so we could technically use a katana. Unfortunately, there are no DCs that has a katana as a favorite weapon. Bit of a shame. You know what? Let's buy that. Bastard sword. It's expensive, but hopefully it will pay for itself over time. Done and done. So, sorry, just a minor interruption. Galen, it's good to finally be out of the mirror, isn't it? Will you be staying here for a while? Marshal Comic of the Neverwinter City Watch is here to escort me the rest of the way. Seems to be a slight hitch, though. The garrison's lieutenant refuses resuming his patrols, meaning it's too dangerous to travel from here. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. Nothing about this trip has been easy. Why doesn't someone just talk to the garrison commander? Well, that's the problem. He's not here, and he apparently put his imbecile of a lieutenant in charge. I'm beginning to think that this will be my last trip ever to West Harbor and the Mare. The trouble just isn't worth the profit. Coleman is quite eager to speak with you, by the way. You should introduce yourself. He's a man of the law and a good friend. I believe the two of you will get along quite nicely. I'm sure I will be sure to make his acquaintance. Safe travels to you, friend. If someone would just talk some sense to the lieutenant, I'd be on my way as well. Show me what you have for sale. Me as well. Lots of swordplay. Lovely. Okay. No special here. No special here. No. Let's buy these ingots. I know they're not cheap, but we need a certain amount of ingots. Lesser magic bag. Examine. These are storage bags which have a certain reduction in the weight put in them. A bag of holding removes any weight restriction completely, so if you put something in that weighs 50 pounds, in that bag it weighs nothing, making bags of holding incredibly useful. This is a lesser one. It will still reduce the weight of anything put into it by 40%. Of course, we can't afford it because I bought the bastard sword. Before we eventually leave Fort Log, I have to remember to speak to Jacoby and buy any materials he may have, because of course being able to craft stuff is good and fine and all that stuff, but if you haven't got stuff to craft with, it's kind of pointless. So I will likely be buying all of any special materials that I find, at least iron and not iron specifically, not iron, but dark steel, mithril, that kind of stuff. Anyway, I am going to end this part here, and when we come back, we are going to have a little chat with Marshal Cormac, which of course was the harborman that was a legend for winning the Harbor's Fair, all 4 competitions. The only one apparently who ever done it in West Harbor's history, whatever. We shall speak to the next part. So on that note, thanks for watching, take care, see you next time. Bye bye for now.